To quickly recap our last point, why net worth and fund worth matter, we talked about maintaining a balance of both net worth, which is financial based, and fun worth, which is fun and experience based. You and your family get to decide what is valuable to you and where the balance lies in accumulating life enriching experiences and accumulating more money and stuff. And as your kids get older, they're going to have their own views on this as well. You also got to hear from the Grimes family in Ireland and how they're using the financial program, that one that I recommend, that includes both the financial and entrepreneurial activities and the amazing impact that is having on their kids and their family as a whole. And they even touched on the point we'll be reviewing today, which is the gift of giving. When we give to others, whether through kindness, generosity, or compassion, it helps us live from the heart and for others rather than from the ego and for ourselves. I believe compassion and a generous spirit are in all of us to varying degrees. Compassion being an awareness and empathy of someone's suffering and the desire to relieve it, and generosity being willing to sacrifice something to provide for someone else, whether time, money, possessions. But not everyone has the same level of awareness, empathy, or generosity. And while that's okay, we can cultivate those in our kids by allowing them to experience the gift of giving. That's one reason the 4-jar system that we described in point 4 includes a giving jar. So our kids don't forget to give a portion of their money to those in need. For some, this will be more natural than for others. And the reason I put the word "their" in air quotes is because I don't actually believe that the money is theirs nor ours. I believe that God owns it all, and we all come into the world with nothing and will leave with nothing. We are just managing the money, possessions, time, talents, whatever that pass through our hands while we're here. What we do with them is what matters, and giving is a key part to money management. In an attempt to increase our kids' awareness, empathy, and generous spirits, we involved them in many acts of giving while they were young and growing up. Whether it was donating a church, bringing a meal to someone ill, filling backpacks with food for kids who were hungry, making fleece tie blankets for kids in foster care, putting together shoebox gifts for Operation Christmas Child, bringing meals and clothing to homeless men and women in downtown Washington, D.C., and supporting children and missionaries through international organizations. These things were just part of our lives. And while our kids connected with each of these, certain giving experience hit home more for one child than for another, and vice versa. Everyone is unique, and I recommend involving your kids in gaining their input on what giving opportunities to take part in. You want to find ones that align with each child and how God wired and gifted them. It will be more impactful for them in the long run. When our kids were old enough, they donated their own time, taking inner city kids to the aquarium, volunteering at Vacation Bible School, creating art as a donation, going on local and international missions trips that they had to earn and raise money for. The more that kids give, especially when it's part of an experience rather than just money, and when it's aligned with how they're wired and gifted, they can experience new environments, cultures, joys, and sufferings, and can gain new insights, awareness, and empathy. I know for our kids, this contributed to them being more grateful for what they had, for God's provision, and more content without as many wants. Yes, contentment. Contentment is a byproduct of generosity. Eventually, everyone has to own this for themselves. So all we can do for our kids is set up a foundation of giving experiences and encourage them to count their blessings, be grateful and content, and give throughout their lives. The topic of giving is included in the financial program that I recommend. So if you're interested in checking that out, I've put it in the link below. In our next video, I'll be covering our last point, point 10, follow a proven blueprint or framework, which wraps all of this up in a way that will save you time, energy, and money. You do not want to miss this.